It's time for a break for these young students. They know they will find work in Rotterdam harbour once their vocational training is over. Inside the innovation dock, 18-year-old Gillian is working hard to make sure he gets the skills he needs to find a job in a fast-changing labour market. He spends 1 week a month at this vocational training college. The rest of the time he learns on the job as an apprentice in a company. This approach, combining training and practical learning, forms the basis of education in the Netherlands.
I learn a lot here. I also learn a lot at my workplace. But here at the Vocational Training College, on top of what I can learn at work, I acquire very specific skills and a huge variety of up-to-date techniques that you can't pick up in every job. School and work are complementary.
Innovation is very important for us as an educational institute. We also try to meet the demands of companies. We go to trade fairs where we buy tools or try to update our teaching skills and techniques. We have all kinds of innovative machines and know-how which are available to students and apprentices.
The 22 million euro needed to transform the submarine shipyard into a vocational training centre were co-funded by the EU and the city of Rotterdam. We ask one of the managers what the secret is to fight youth unemployment in the Netherlands.
I can advise other countries, try to sell your traineeship to the companies in your neighborhood. Because if you do that, you get so close to these companies and you will easily get in touch with the latest standard and innovations they use. And I'm really sure they will help you to introduce their innovations in your traineeships.
9.7%. That's the Netherlands' latest youth unemployment rate. A low figure compared to a European average of around 15%, but it's on the rise, which is why Rotterdam has decided to invest in training schemes. While he welcomes an EU proposal for a so-called youth guarantee, which would guarantee either a job or training to every unemployed youth, the city's social affairs councillor says the pressure is first and foremost on the job seeker.
They should be forced to accept every job offer next to all those projects that's in the real labor market and the real economy. Don't accept them in Social Security and send them back, because they have to look themselves for their jobs. We're not their parents.
9.7%. The EU Statistics Bureau figure for the Netherlands looks nice on paper, but it doesn't reflect reality, according to this Dutch labour market expert.
Well, what's very different is that young people here are in education and very often in employment, but in small jobs. So that's 10 times higher in the Netherlands than, for instance, in Italy. At the same time, over the financial crisis, the employment rate of young people has fallen by 1/3, and the employment rate of people of migrant origin, young people, has even fallen by half.
We are in one of the nation's hotspots on the outskirts of Amsterdam. Many young migrants live here. Among them, unemployment doesn't stand at 9.7 but at 40%. The aim of the so-called Candidate Market project is to give these youngsters a chance. Some of them haven't had that many in their lives.
I don't have any work. I'm so ashamed. In the street I sometimes get harassed. I have to run. I haven't had much luck in life.
He's not a junkie, but he has to avoid aggressive people in the street. If we don't find solutions for people like him one day, then he might just lose it.
You'll get by if you study hard. You never learn too much. But if you have too much money, you go crazy.
I want to do everything. I solicitate for cleaning, I solicitate for everything. But they don't hire me because they don't give me a chance. In one word, there are a lot of companies here in Holland, they still discriminate. And that's what I want to say to the companies, if they also want to wake up and give people more chance, young people.
En als je niet wil investeren.
If you do not want to invest in young people, especially those who are really keen to do something,
Dus niet die kans geef om
if you do not give them another chance on the labour market, what will they do? They will probably take another path, probably crime, because there is no other way out for them. So in the end, this will cost authorities and society much more.
Het criminele pad zijn dan, want die jongens zien geen andere uitweg.
Here in the west of Amsterdam is a place for youths with ideas and skills but no jobs. In one of these high-rises, a garage has been turned into a social business incubator where they meet, share and learn. Their coach, Patricia, says everyone has strong points but doesn't always have the social skills to put them to good use.
Youngsters who have these difficult backgrounds and suffering with a lot of struggles in their life, they have a lack of supportive networks around them.
Ja, 3, 2, 1, ja, gaat-ie.
With her connecting people method, Patricia has a stunning success rate. 60% of youngsters she has coached have found work. Ivo Hurt is one of them. He now runs a sports centre. He has this message for other young people looking for a job.
Don't give it up. We are young and we are the future. So if it won't work the first 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, keep on going.
Inspiring advice, but not always easy to follow for young people with disabilities. We head south to the city of Utrecht, where we meet Bastiaan, a qualified administrator. He's struggling to find a job. Today, e-coach Laura is briefing him about how to use social networks to approach employers. According to Dutch law, companies are recommended to hire between 2 and 5% of people with disabilities, but there is no legal obligation. 1/3 of people with disabilities are out of work.
I think it would make a big change for me if companies were obliged to hire a minimum of 5% of people with disabilities. I hope the law will change so that many young people will be able to find a job. Not just myself, but many others.
Ik denk dat dat heel erg zinvol is.
I think it makes sense for employers to hire people with disabilities because it's a chance for them to improve their image and demonstrate they're socially responsible.
Ook de kans om zich te laten zien op een andere manier.
Gillian, Marco, Ivo and Bastiaan all have something in common. Their country is combating youth unemployment by investing in training, by creating strong links between education and the real world, but also by asking them to be more flexible. Figures show something must be working. A path to follow for fellow Europeans?